Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Nicole, and for those of you returning, welcome back as always. Guys, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I was going to shoot the mid-September readings, but instead I think I'm going to run them week to week right now. Life's been a little crazy. On top of doing this, when I have the time, I run my own business, I'm a mom, so, you know, life gets a little crazy and a little hectic, so please bear with me a little bit. If you guys have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so, as you're going to get notifications each time a video goes live or gets posted. I can't talk this morning, it's Monday morning. Let's see what else. So this is going to be for Aries. This is going to be from September 19th till September 25th. So let's see what is going on this week for you guys and what you need to pay attention to right now. So I'm always doing things a little differently, just seeing what works or what I'm feeling called to do. So I'm going to do a little bit of a different spread than I usually do. So let's see, for Aries, please Spirit. Hope you guys had a great weekend. All right, so we'll get those and we'll do some sacred geometry, get us started for an overall. When I was meditating a little bit before the reading started, I got a lot of root chakra energy, and then it's funny that it pops up right there. You know, our root is our stability, our foundations. Guys, if you hear vehicles in the background, I apologize. They're a little loud this morning. It has to do with our stability, you know, the way we see ourselves in the external world, the things around us that we need to acknowledge, what makes us feel safe, secure, our home life, family, all of those things, right? Who we are internally as well. Okay, 31, and Spirit also told me everything's gonna be fine. So if you feel like you've got a big week ahead of you, trust that everything is gonna be good. And this card is magic, and it breaks down to a 4, which is also about our stable foundations as well. And it says magic. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. So make sure you're putting faith and belief into where you're heading this week. Magic is all around us always. It's always what we're going to do with it, right? Trusting, believing, having faith and hope in that. All right, so let's get you guys some cards. So you have 31 and 13 right off the bat. And 13 being release, which is going to be the past energy. Let's put that up there. Some of you may be really, truly closing out a cycle right now. Present energy, please. Page of Air. Or the Page of Swords. Messenger, perhaps. Future conditions, the Moon. You right now sitting in your strength. Challenges. Spirit. All right. Whew. I'm going to take them all. Challenges, Knight of Fire. Strength, 10 of Air. Surrounding you right now, you have the card of Awakening. Archangel Gabriel. And then let's get you a card. I'll come for the week. Queen of Air in reverse. All right, let's see, guys. Underlying energy, the Star. So in the past, you know, I feel like as if you're coming out of a space that you're recognizing there's a completion to a cycle that's going on around you or has gone on around you for some time. Recognizing that whatever has been heavy or burdensome, it's time to lay it down and move forward from there. Page of Air in your energy currently. Challenging information, delays in plans or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. The Page of Air is often a messenger, and it's news coming in. Sometimes because he's so young, he can be very I'm going to call it stupid about how it's delivered, how it's being said, how the action is being taken. The Moon. Pay attention moving forward. To what you're feeling. Make sure that your intuition, that you're tapped in and tuned on to what's going on around you. Just because you can't see things doesn't mean that they're not going on. And, we have to really step into just trust and faith. And I spoke about faith when we first opened up the reading. Even if we can't see what's transpiring around us, having faith and belief in whatever higher power that you choose is going to help guide you through that at that time, right? So strength being you, I do feel as if you're kind of stepping into a brave, hello Mercury retrograde, a braver space, maybe where you maybe felt like you were lacking power before. You're not there anymore. You're learning and maybe stepping into a place of forgiveness when it comes to other people, finding your ability to even tame your inner emotions. Challenges the Knight of Fire. You may be feeling a bit restless. There may be something coming up this week that is going to require you to jump right away and have to get things done. But make sure, especially during Mercury retrograde, that you are thinking about the situation at hand. Are you taking the right direction? Are you taking the right course? Spirit is saying course. Pay attention to the course of the situation and which way it seems to be leaning. Again, trusting your intuition moving forward. In your strengths, the Ten of Air. Again, going back to that release in the past energy. Learning to when to put down the burdens that are extremely heavy to you, that they're no longer serving your greater good. And there's an expectation that as you move forward, that you're walking away from that. And I think that, I tell people don't add an expectation to anything, but I think that the sooner you walk away from whatever the situation is around you, that you're going to find more peace through that. You may have to make some tough decisions, but it's going to help you move forward in a different direction, right? So surrounding you, awakening, that is number 12, Archangel Gabriel, and then strength was Archangel Ariel, and release was Archangel Azrael. I think I'm saying that right. So awakening is understanding that it's time to look from things from a different perspective. It's kind of like the hangman in the deck with this particular deck that I'm utilizing. If you need to pause and reflect, and I think this may have come up in one of the signs over the weekend that I did Friday, and I got put out there on Saturday to you guys for weekend energies. I remember those two specifically. Know that through this challenge of this Knight of Fire, and then surrounding you, you may have to think outside of the box on whatever the situation might be. So make sure that you're knowing when to pause, and you're also knowing when to take action towards something around you. And then the Queen of Air and the outcome came out in the reverse. Independent, experienced, realistic, witty. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation. To me, this may feel a little bit heavy to you. It's kind of like not sure what to do, what direction to take. Again, maybe not seeing things very clearly. So with that Knight of Fire and that awakening, maybe feeling a little stuck, a little trapped in what you're dealing with. Let's do some clarifying and see what comes up. All right. Shedding this morning. All right. All right, clarifying release. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you're definitely stepping into a more independent, more grounded energy, or I'm sorry, the Ten of Pentacles. Definitely, I'm going to stick with the fact that I just said independent. It came out that way for a reason. You realize that on the outside of this release, you get to move forward into something that is very stable. When we talked about that stability, that root chakra came up in the beginning, right? You know that leaving the past behind, closing out that cycle is going to bring you some type of abundance. Whether it's financial, it can be material, it can be internally, it can be a mix of things. Typically, your pentacles talk about, material growth, wealth, things of that nature. But I feel like you have hit a space where things, again, may have been very heavy in the past, that you're finally very rooted and stable. You feel more stable than you have been in a very long time. And that energy, and underneath lying that is the Fool. You had to take a risk to move away from this decision, to move away from these cycles, these people that maybe have not been serving you very well. I feel like you're very fully aware of the past situations and how they were not serving your highest good. Page of Air, when, challenging information, you're getting the Strength card. You know, again, being brave. You had the strength in, you know, you right now. And that's where you're really where you're sitting at this time, knowing that courage is going to take you forward. And, you know, I almost feel like some of you don't know where you're going, and that's okay. Sometimes we don't need to know where we're going. Again, it's about having faith and trust behind where we've been and where we know we need to go, even if it doesn't seem clear. But I do feel like with the underlying there, the Ace of Swords, getting clarity, I do believe that you have people around you. You have maybe a soul tribe that is coming in to help guide you on your journey. They're offering great insight. Spirit is also saying to me that you may be, when you get news or whatever this is, you're going to have a better understanding to the past situation that you had to release. It's kind of like everything comes to us in divine timing. And I do believe that whatever questions surrounding the past situations you may have had, you're getting a much clearer understanding as to why things have happened the way they had to happen. So it's, again, having trust, but do not be impulsive at this time. Future conditions, you've got the Six of Wands, moving into victory, success, abundance. You may not see how this is going to play out as it's clarifying the moon. But again, when you have trust and faith and you're transforming your energy into something beyond you, you know that this is something that you have to do. Be careful of toxic past situations that may come back around. We're still in Mercury retrograde and will be until October 2nd. Hermit, take the time to pause and reflect. And that awakening over here too, pretty much the same kind of energy there. Hangman, Hermit, it's kind of about the same for me in this regard. So again, taking time, if you feel like you need to take a time out to disconnect, take that time out right now during Mercury retrograde to disconnect. Sometimes that is what we need to do. We need to recharge our batteries, take a pause before we move into this next phase. I do feel like for some of you, there seems to be a bit of a disconnect between that past release and then moving forward into what's to come. Like it's almost like I've got to stop and think about what it is that I need to do. Don't overthink it. Again, trust your intuition, follow that, because you're being divinely guided. Let's clarify you, the Strength card of Leo. All right, the Hierophant. For some of you, this may deal with higher levels of commitment. For some of you, this may deal with the legal situation. Through these situations, I do believe that whatever it is that you've been hoping for, you've had to work with other people. This is very interesting to me. You've had to work with other people to confirm your stability. Mother of Pentacles there, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, in the Star, Aquarius energy. My necklace is falling down. I didn't even see that. 1 second, guys. So where you may have felt as if you weren't sure how this situation for you is going to turn out, like you have gained a higher understanding, a higher knowledge of how things work around you, as well as the people around you very much, where you have stepped into that more. And I'm going to go back to that, what I believed at first was the Nine of Pentacles, a very independent energy of finding your strength through the situation. You know, some of you may be going back to school at this time or contemplating a new career field as well. Maybe a little scared, sitting a little bit of fear. But I also feel like some of this messenger, this page of air that we had back there with that Three of Pentacles underlying is very much, you're taking on, like I said earlier, soul tribe, but you're getting this information that's going to make more sense to you moving forward. That clarity is again being provided. But through that, like some of you may have children, you may be trying to figure out how you're going to balance maybe work and children, home and children, school and children, work and children, all those types of things. But I do believe you're going to be fine. But I feel like you've also hit a place right now within yourself that this is exactly where you need to be. So let's clarify the challenges for this week. The Eight of Wands, more news. So you've got the Knight of Fire, which is the Knight of Wands. So it says a sudden event that needs immediate attention. So yeah, there's that news coming in again. Daughter of Pentacles underneath. Someone who might be making you some kind of offer or making some kind of Spirit's saying inquisitive. Like, I feel like you might be coming across as inquisitive. Like, how is this going to benefit me in the long run? How is this going to change things moving forward? And that may be where you're going to have to pause and reflect and think about the situation before you make any sudden moves. The Six of Wands, know that it's the right thing to do because it's opening up pathways for unions later on. So I don't think that, even though that's your challenge, you know, I just don't feel like you may be expecting this, whatever this is. I don't feel like you're expecting it. So when it comes in, watch your words. Knight of Fire, you know, a lot of energy there, young energy. Pay attention to how make sure you're responding and not reacting to a situation. So Strength, you've got the Ten of Air, so the Ten of Wands, clarifying, is the Eight of Pentacles. I almost feel like there and then the Ten of Wands again. You got the Ten of Wands clarifying, the Ten of Wands. It's time to let go. It's very much time to let go. Yes, you may have invested into something that did not work out the way that you had hoped or expected that it would, but it's time to let go. And, you know, with that release, whatever this news is that's coming in may reignite or re-spark potentially a frustration that it feels heavy and burdensome. But no, you did everything you could. You're walking away with that knowledge as we move into the 12 awakening. You've taken in a lot of knowledge through this situation. You may feel sometimes as if you just don't know how you're going to keep moving forward. You will. You will. You put your faith in, yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing. You've got the 5, yeah. You may feel like you've been deceived, beaten up. To close out a cycle, you may feel a little defeated, but know that rejection is God's protection. There's a reason this did not work out the way you thought it would or had an expectation tied to it. There's something beyond that. So it may be leaving you a little bit in your head, but trust it. Awakening, balance. I feel like you're going to have to get a grip on your emotions right now as well. You may see that you have people surrounding you. If you need to reach out to close friends and family for a bit of support through this energy, do that, because again, your soul tribe is coming up. You're going to be able to celebrate something before long. Let it take its form. Let it do what it needs to do. You know, we get so caught up in trying to control situations when they seem heavy and hard, and then we kind of fight back from the space of ego. The best thing you can do is just let go. Absolutely just let go. Because I do believe that even through these trying times, you're getting to what makes you happy. You're getting to where you wanted to go and where you wanted to be. So let it do that. Release that control. Queen of Air and the outcome. 6 of Cups. You may, yeah, and there's the 2 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. If you find that somebody is coming back around to you, I do believe that one of you have had significant growth, the other person has not. Your growth may not be seen the way that some people would expect it to be seen, but trust that if someone's presenting themselves to you as healed, I'm going to call bullshit on that, because I don't think they have, not the way that they need to. The way they come across to you is you recognize, here's the underlying energy. We got the World, the 9, oh, Jesus. Whew, got the Hangman. So there it is again. Oh my God, listen. Whatever this is that has happened, we've got the Tower, the 7 of Swords, the Hangman, the 3 of Swords, the World, the 9 of Swords, the 2 of Swords. Holy shit. Swords energy. Oh my. Get out of your head. This person around you, whoever this might be, whatever's surrounding you, may have really put you in a headspace where you're just like, none of this makes sense. This is difficult. This is painful. I don't trust it. I feel stuck. I feel just Like you felt that way for so long, and you've completed this. So when and if this person should come back around, you're like, well, let me think about it. Is there anything to think about at all? Like they see you moving on and moving forward. There's nothing left to think about here. Nothing. There's nothing left to think about. You've caused me pain. You've caused me heartache. You've caused me turmoil. I've grown through this situation. Why in the hell would I let you back in the door? Doesn't make any sense. All right, the Star. The Lovers, clarifying the overall energy. Father of Swords. Lovers is about choice, right? That Two of Swords underlying where you're feeling stuck. The Lovers is about the choice that you have to make. And you get to make that choice. Do you want to step into your wish fulfillment, or do you want to take something back on that left you in mass confusion and heartbreak and pain in the past? It's time to move forward. You know, these geese on here, they're moving on, they're moving forward. They're not sitting still, and you can sit still, or you can sit still with this person and get caught back up in the bullshit and the drama of the situation. Yeah, 8 of Air underneath. An illusion of being trapped. What do I do? How do I get there? Fear surrounding money, the 5 of Earth. It's time to let go, because you're going to be fine. You will be fine, but as long as you continue to play with the energies from the past, you're going to get the same results. Insanity, right? Definition of insanity, doing things over and over on repeat and still getting the same results. Why would you keep doing the same thing over and over? So, guys, really important to just step outside of that muckery. It didn't serve you before. It's not going to serve you this time around. So it's time to release that and let it go. All right, we're going to get one card of advice for you, and then we're going to wrap this up. After the storm. Yeah, you're coming out of that storm. What you want wants you underneath. Definitely. You have worked to get to where you are, Aries. It's time to let that storm be done. You've come out of it. It's kind of like being in a tornado and you're just watching the whole thing go on around you. You've come out of that. Do not allow whoever this is, whatever this other energy is, to come in and disrupt your wish fulfillment. Yes, you may be a little concerned about how things are going to work out. Law of attraction. Our thoughts become things, right? So don't sit in that fear and that energy of what might be. Trust it, have faith, release the past, and it's time to move forward. So, all right, guys. And it's a 1, by the way. You're starting over. You're starting over, and it's okay. Start over. Sometimes we have to. All right. So if you found this video resonates for you, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, so you're going to get notifications each time a new video gets posted. I wish you guys a wonderful week. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.